It's actually 1 a.m. in the morning. Happy New Year! Around you is making New Year's resolutions and setting wise saving goals for the new year. You'd love to join in, but all you can't think about is how much your income suffered over Christmas. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If you would like to enter 2020 with motivation and optimism, consider focusing that on your finances. This is the sixth and final episode on my financial literature journey. However, I'm still posting relevant videos on how to get rich or earn more money playlists whenever. After reading Rich Dad, what is that? And Poor Dad, I learned how money works, how to have a rich mindset, what are the real assets to invest, etc. So, what happens next? After self-studying how money works, it is now time to take actions and apply it in your lifestyle. So, this is my own experience, the steps I made to be on track. Number one, start saving and investing as soon as you can. This will motivate and get you excited about your financial future. Remember, it's all about your knowledge, action, and behavior. Make sure you watch my previous episodes, Friday episodes, so you know what I mean about knowledge, action, and behavior. Building your wealth through investing is possible for those with little savings and little extra income to invest. Whether it's a small amount of money, your investments still have the potential to grow if you're willing to give it some time. It's better than nothing. And saving is better than spending and getting broke. Number two, set goals. You can't move forward if you have no directions. You have to ask yourself, why are you saving? Without a goal, you're probably just gonna end up spending your savings into something irrelevant or unnecessary things. These are our goals. One of it is set up our own agriculture business with two of our business partners, so a close friend and a relative. Second one is sell anime figures from Japan to the Philippines with two of our close family friends. And then the third one is just a personal goal. And yeah, I'm not gonna share it. Basta, personal goal. Plans to spend wisely. So I asked myself, how can we achieve our goals? Here's my to-do plans to achieve our goals. Make own formula or budget method. So on the previous video, I showed you 50-30-20, and I'll show you how to do yours later on. Stick to your formula. For example, this Christmas, so you want to buy Christmas present, but there's no need to overspend on Christmas. You can use old Christmas bags that you receive, or even the normal shopping plastic bags, instead of buying additional Christmas bags. Think long-term about money. So resist impulse buying and think whether it will give you a long-term happiness. for instance, or are you going to use the item most of the time so you need it, or is it there to impress others? Yeah. Or are you buying it because it's on sale? But if you don't really need it, what's the point of buying just because it's on sale? So yeah, resist impulse buying. Next one is compare and open different types of savings accounts to suit your needs. So we talked about this again on the previous episode. Check it out if you want to learn more about it. Next is get EG a driving license, which costs 300,000 yen at the minimum. So we need this if you want to sell anime figures, for instance, or other Japan products, so we can go out whenever we want, rather than depending on EG's brother or sister to drive us off. And the last one, obviously, own a car. So a car that I actually like, yeah. EG's license, my choice of car, diba?
Yeah.
Oh, diba? I thought, yeah, instead of buying the cheapest of them all, we might regret it. So if we're going to have our first car, it's best if we buy something that we actually like, so we can keep it for a very long time. As long as it's working, there's no need to replace it. If you're asking why not buy the cheapest one? Because it can still get you from point A to point B, simply because, like I said earlier, if we regret buying that cheap, ugly, and small car, there's a probability that we want to buy a better one in the future. So you gotta think in advance. Oh, I just want to add something from sticking to your budget. Pala. Okay. If you find it hard to stick with your budget, I want to add that you have to remember about your goals that you want to achieve. So you're just prioritizing what's important now, so you can have whatever you want in the future. Diba? When you are earning more or have a multiple source of income, I know I said about these on my previous video, pero I have to repeat myself because it's important. Moving to the last part, which is how to determine the budget that suits your lifestyle. So it's all about you know, guys. So you need to think about how much money you have to spend and how much money you want to save. I choose to get paid weekly sa job ko instead of monthly, so I only get less than 65% of my income weekly. Then I'll get the rest on the monthly paycheck. So on the first month, I decided not to budget my money. I deserve it, diba? But what I did is to keep all the receipts on that month. So at the end of November, I budgeted my money, and here is what I came up with. Where's my little notebook? Needs is nearly 46%, while wants is nearly 8%. Savings nearly 30%. Give nearly 4%. And my cash on hand is nearly 15%. I also try to work out how much money I spend on food, so on the next budget I'll have 10,000, so I won't overspend next time. I am so proud that I'm still good with money, because it's been more than a year. Yeah, it's been more than a year, guys, since I am able to work again, so there must be some stuff that I want to buy. But since I know my wants and needs, I can handle money well. After you track the money coming in and going out, you can now use that and adjust that to your own budget. When I work out my fixed expenses, I have determined my formula. So for instance, for my whole salary for 1 month, for instance 150,000 budget, so I came up with 35% needs. Previously I said my budget for food is 10,000, but on here it's only 9,000 because that's a 35% of it. But that's alright because I have cash on hand, which is 5% of my income, so I could use that if ever I need more money for food. Then savings 45%, wants or give 15%, and whatever left on my wants, give or cash on hand column, so the leftover of those columns will be put on my emergency fund. Just because I have money for my wants or give or cash on hand doesn't mean I have to spend them. I'm only gonna spend them when I have to. Like, I don't need to force to buy whatever I want. So, because I don't want to waste money. So yeah, that will be put on my emergency fund. There are questions you have to ask yourself at the end of the month, or perhaps at the beginning of the month, such as: did you stick to your budget method? What ways did you find to save money? Which column did you spend too much on? And what will you change next month or this month? So I listed out my wants that cost 10,000 yen or more, and at the moment I have 3. So instead of buying all of them in one go or 2 of them in one go and overspending and not sticking to my budget, I decided to buy them one by one each month. So the most important item I came up with is to buy new glasses. So that's the first one I bought on December. The next one is hair removal pulse light, so I decided to buy that on January. And the last one I want to buy at the moment is a camera with a night vision, so I am going to buy that on February time. And lastly, from my budgeting video, I commented blah blah blah. To reach a balanced budget, you only have 2 basic choices. You either increase income or decrease spending. So focusing on earning more, not just spending less. If you're on a low income and you already decrease your expenses so much, it's just not possible to save more or stick to your budget, diba? Without bringing in some extra income. So it's best to focus on both spending less and getting extra money from somewhere else, like yung mga sidelines or yung pagbebenta, yeah, and all that. And that's the end of the video. If you have any questions, comment down below, and if you find this video useful, don't forget to like the video and maybe subscribe to keep you updated on my how-to videos and random vlogs here in Japan, and maybe kalokohan ko and whatsoever. So thank you for watching. Happy New Year, Sinta.
Happy New Year.
Bye bye.